watching All Sports All the Time on YouTube. Obviously, this isn't the podcast, but we are doing videos every Wednesday, and baseball is back. So I felt the need to present to you my whiteboard picks. I have this whiteboard in my room that I've been making record and playoff predictions on for a few years now. So today we're going to be going over my National League baseball predictions. So as you can see, I have the records predicted for all the teams. They're only playing 60 games this year, which makes these predictions pretty impossible. It's hard enough to pick exact records with a 162 game sample size. Even more impossible with 60 games. So this is the least confident I have been in any picks I've made, but do it anyway, because content. National League East, I've got the Braves and the Phillies atop the division. I put these little line things to mark who gets into the playoffs. So Braves and Phillies in the playoffs. Braves running away with the division 37-23. Phillies 32-28. Mets exactly 530-30. Phillies and Mets, I could see either of them making it to the playoffs. The Mets aren't going to have Noah Syndergaard, so that hurts them. I really have no idea who's gonna benefit more in this shortened season. Hitters, pitchers, veterans. But I feel like the Phillies have a higher ceiling, so I went with them over the Mets. The Nationals, I feel like everybody's hyping the Nationals up way too much. Their offense is not that great. They have Juan Soto. If Victor Robles and Trey Turner can improve, that would be good. But even if they improve, they're not going to be as good as Anthony Rendon was, who they lost to the Angels this offseason. And I think that move has been not underestimated for the Angels, but it seems like people kind of forget how good Anthony Rendon is sometimes, and the Nationals lost him from the middle of their lineup, which leaves Soto with so much more of a burden to bear in their lineup. So I think that's really been overlooked because of the whole World Series and everything. I still think they're going to be good because their pitching is amazing with their big three of Scherzer, Strasburg, and Corbin, which obviously is going to keep them in games, but I don't think their offense is going to be good enough, especially considering how much... I've seen a lot of analysis of the Nationals where they're like, but they have Howie Kendrick, and I don't trust your offense if Howie Kendrick is one of your best offensive players. And then the Marlins. Yeah. NL Central, this one could get very interesting. I have the Cubs. I think it was a great move getting David Ross as their manager. I think that they were a very unlucky team last year. Obviously, with such a small sample size, again, it's very hard. Like, one bad 10-game stretch can just ruin a team's season. But I've got the Cubs. The Cardinals are next. They'll be missing Jordan Hicks in their bullpen, which hurts. But I think overall, they're a good enough team. They lost Marcelo Ozuna, so that'll take away from their home run production. But good enough to make the playoffs for the Cardinals. The Reds are a very popular sleeper pick. Got them at 29-31, obviously. It wouldn't surprise me if they made it to the playoffs. I think that the Cardinals are a little bit better team. And then the Brewers didn't really add much this offseason. Their pitching isn't great. They're okay, but they didn't get better at all. And they barely made it to wild card game last year. So I've got them below the Reds. And then the Pirates are not going to be very good either. So we move to the West. The Dodgers, arguably the best team in baseball. They're going to be really good. I feel bad for them because they were set up to be an amazing team this year, possibly historically good. And this whole 60-game season thing happened, so it decreases their chances of getting to the playoffs because a lot of things can go crazy in a 60-game season, like I've said multiple times. Padres just missing out on the playoffs. The Padres have a lot of young players. Padres and Blue Jays, we're not doing AL in this video, that'll be another one, but Padres and Blue Jays, very young, up-and-coming teams. I expect the Padres to make a jump this year with young players, pitchers, and hitters. Diamondbacks, 28-32. decent team. They added Madison Bumgarner. We'll see how he does. He's getting up there, but not good enough in the West. Rockies didn't do a ton. They don't have great pitching, and when you pitch in Coors Field, it's difficult. And then the Giants, their biggest offseason addition was Gabe Kapler. So So we move to the let's do the awards. I've got Ronald Acuna Jr. winning the MVP. I have the Braves being really good this year, even though they're going to play a bunch of divisional games, which is why I have all these the Phillies, Mets, Nationals pretty close, because this is a tough division. I've got the Braves being really good this year. And if we've been playing a normal season where you're playing a lot of other teams and it's not 40 out of 60 games in your division, I would have had the Braves being second best team, but with a very, very good record. So the Braves I have being very good this year, and the best player on good teams have the best chance at winning the MVP. So Ronald Acuna. And speaking of the best team, Dodgers, Walker Buehler, breakout year, ace on the best team, Cy Young Award. So playoffs, wild card game, Phillies, Cardinals, which would be Aaron Nola versus Jack Flaherty, very good pitching matchup. I've got the Phillies winning that, possibly biased by me, but like I said, I think the Phillies have a wide range. It's 60 games, so obviously everybody has a wide range, but even going into a normal season, the Phillies would have a pretty wide range, especially based on their pitching, a wide range of possibilities for their season. They could be, it wouldn't surprise me if they went to the NLCS, and it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't make the playoffs. Phillies are an interesting team. But as a Phillies fan, I have them moving on. And then they just get blown out by the Dodgers, because the Dodgers are amazing. Braves, Cubs, again, I have the Braves being very good, so they face the Dodgers. Dodgers win a close series just because the Dodgers' pitching is probably better, and I can't blame the Braves. The Dodgers are amazing this year. And so the Dodgers go to the World Series, and the next video, you'll find out who they face when I do my American League picks. Thank you guys for watching. Go check out some other videos we've done. Go check out some podcast episodes, some miscellaneous videos. New videos every Wednesday.